Last week, all of us here at MTN lost a friend and colleague when Dennis Carlson passed away from pancreatic cancer at the age of 58. I first met Dennis in 1993 while working in radio in Bozeman. While we were competitors then, we went on to become friends and teammates when we both worked at KCTZ TV in Bozeman. Dennis was a tenacious reporter, and I like to think his work ethic rubbed off on the rest of us in the newsroom. TV news was what Dennis did, but it's not who he was. Most of all, Dennis was a family man. Working nights in this business can be tough, especially when you have young kids. But I don't remember a single night in the newsroom when Dennis didn't take time to call his kids and ask how their day was and tell them that he loved them. I'm proud to have learned to be a better journalist by working alongside Dennis, and a better person, father, and husband by knowing him. And others who worked with Dennis share similar sentiments.
I think he'd like to be remembered as a man who worked very hard for people to be able to trust. They could. I think he wants to be remembered as a man who cared very dearly for his family and for his friends, and his job was more than just sitting at a TV desk or standing in front of a TV camera. The work he did, I know he wanted to make sure that it had made a difference in the community as well. And Dennis Carlson did make a difference in our community.
You know, I think he'd like to be remembered as a faithful man, as a person who did his job to the best of his ability. One of the things that's on my kitchen table is a leather-bound daily devotional that he got for me, My Utmost for His Highest. And I suspect that that's what he'd like to be remembered as a faithful man.
And there were just so many times in the newsroom where he would put aside his work to make sure that everyone else was okay and that they were getting the things that they needed and that they felt okay and they were ready for deadline, even when his deadline was before mine. That's the type of person that Dennis was, just somebody so special to all of us who were lucky enough to know him.
Dennis's family will be receiving friends tomorrow, March 21st from 4 until 7 p.m. at Rhett's Funeral Home in Helena. And there's also a celebration of life planned for Saturday the 23rd in Bozeman at the Grace Bible Church at 1 p.m. with a reception to follow in the Fellowship Hall.